Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Affordable Flyers. Sonex bumps up kit prices, citing rising material costs. MOSAIC Day scheduled for Sun and Fun 2026. McFarlane acquires several Ponk Aviation STCs. And I'm your host, Holland Lee. Welcome to Airborne Affordable Flyers, our programming designed to help you get and stay in aviation as affordably as possible. Overseen by the editorial staff of the award-winning Sport Plane Resource Guide, we know well the challenges faced by today's sport flyers, and we're here to help you enjoy flying to the utmost. Let's get into today's stories. Sonex bumps up kit prices, citing rising material costs. Like most of the industry, kit manufacturer Sonex has been hit by the ever-increasing cost of parts and materials, and is being forced to pass some of the burden off to customers beginning December 15th. Still, Sonex's prices remain well under par, with many of its complete airframe kits available for under $40,000. The company detailed the price shifts for complete airframe kits, quick build kits, and AeroVee engine packages. The 1X complete airframe kit increases from $21,675 to $25,450, while the Sonex B rises from $32,850 to $35,700. The WAX B moves to $36,700, and the Xenos B climbs to $42,500. Being the latest addition to the lineup, the high wing kit is the lone airframe unaffected, holding at $39,000. The Subsonics quick build kit jumps from $50,000 to $55,000. Quick build upgrades follow the same trend. The 1X upgrade increases from $19,800 to $23,200, and the WAX B Sonex B upgrade rises to $16,000. The Xenos B upgrade climbs to $25,800, and the high wing remains unchanged at $16,000. Engine kits are also included in the adjustments. The AeroVee 2.1 jumps from $11,300 to $12,500, and the AeroVee Turbo goes from $15,000 to $17,000. After the break, Elfin 20 Journey carries on in honor of Dr. Rainer Stemme.
For over 30 years, the massive Sport Plane Resource Guide has provided expert, credible information, evaluations, and critical analysis of all that the sport aviation world has to offer. The all-new digital Sport Plane Resource Guide is coming with extensive multimedia features that are constantly updated, an even more comprehensive online guide to all things sport aviation. Available soon. www.sportplane.com.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. Elfin 20 Journey carries on in honor of Dr. Rainer Stemme. The work of Elfin Aero founder Dr. Rainer Stemme, who passed on October 31, 2025, is already being reignited to honor the designer's years of dedication to the still unfinished Elfin 20, a high-performance, two-seat, self-launching electric lighter. Development of the prototype is well underway, and the first flight is targeted for the second quarter of 2026. Dr. Wolfgang Stemme, managing director of Elfin Aero, said, quote, "The Elfin 20 was Rainer's heartfelt project. The fact he was able to witness the positive progress of recent weeks gave him great joy and visible peace." End quote. Helicopter rescuers pull stuck base jumper off canyon face. A base jumper stranded on a canyon face near Moab, Utah was pulled to safety this week in a social media viral rescue. The jumper's parachute became tangled on the rock at Cane Creek, leaving him suspended hundreds of feet above the ground. Grant County Emergency Services said the call came in around 1 p.m. on Wednesday, November 12th. Reaching the jumper wasn't a simple task, meaning crews weren't able to make contact until about 3:15 p.m. A responder was lowered from a helicopter to access the site, working against wind that continued to drag the snagged parachute along the canyon wall. Pipistrel makes waves in the Canadian flight training industry. Pipistrel recently announced that Transport Canada has validated the type certificates for its Velis Electro, Explorer, and Velis Club aircraft. The decision opens doors for Canadian operators looking for sustainable trainers and marks a notable step for Pipistrel's ever-expanding presence in regulated training environments. The Velis Electro enters the Canadian market with a strong record in Europe and the United States. It heals some of the typical community woes that come with increased flight training operations, featuring a 60 decibel noise profile and 0 operational emissions. EAA Sport Aviation Halls of Fame honor 2025 inductees. A group of 5 recreational aviation trailblazers was honored on November 12th as the newest members of the EAA Sport Aviation Halls of Fame. The initiation ceremony and dinner were held at the EAA Aviation Center in Oshkosh, bringing together families and longtime friends to recognize the contributions that have made flying what it is today. Date set for Affordable Flying Expo 2026. On the heels of our first Affordable Flying Expo and the myriad of lessons we learned from our first effort at building a unique sport aviation event, we are proud to note that AFE 2026 is now on the schedule, in cooperation with our good friends at SNF. 2 things have changed: the move from a Thursday to Saturday program to a Friday to Sunday event, and now on the calendar for November 13th through 15th, 2026, with a number of upgrades, improvements, and exciting additions already in the planning stages. We'll have more to say in the coming weeks. That's it for today's Trip Around the Patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. MOSAIC Day scheduled for Sun and Fun 2026. Attendees and exhibitors of the Affordable Flying Expo were the first to hear about a major new initiative coming to the 52nd Annual Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo, April 14th through 19th, 2026. Produced jointly by the Aero-News Network and Sun and Fun, in addition to the pre-show SNF Innovation Preview, the all-week Sun and Fun Digital Daily, Saturday Flight Live coverage, and our extensive daily news and video output, we are introducing something significant. MOSAIC Day will debut Thursday at Sun and Fun, and will feature a full day of focused programming in a covered venue with the bustling light plane area. The schedule will include seminars, forums, aircraft unveilings, engine and avionics spotlights, and other special sessions, giving attendees an informed, up-to-the-minute look at MOSAIC while critical rulemaking is still progressing. It will include live webcast coverage. The entire day will be streamed live by the Aero-News video team under Chief Videographer Nathan Cremasino. Additional roving crews will capture activity around the light plane area, adding interviews, profiles, scenic coverage, and special features throughout the event. Also included are programming opportunities. Exhibitors and supporters of the Affordable Flying Expo will receive priority consideration for selected segments. Remaining opportunities will be filled on a first-come, first-served basis. To suggest topics or request participation, contact ANN CEO Jim Campbell at jim@aero-news.net. We look forward to seeing you at Sun and Fun. After these messages, McFarlane acquires several Ponk Aviation STCs.
DirectFly USA proudly introduces the new Alto NG, a single-engine, 2-seat light sport aircraft for the North American market. This simple, all-metal aircraft design provides low-maintenance cost, easy, comfortable access, and responsive flight controls. Equipped with the Rotax 912 engine and a ballistic parachute, the Alto NG is reliable and safe. Learn more about the Alto NG at directflyusa.com.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/Rusty today for details.
Welcome back. McFarlane acquires several Ponk Aviation STCs. McFarlane Aviation has acquired 3 supplemental type certificates from Ponk Aviation. Ponk's STCs have enhanced the performance and reliability of Cessna 170, 180, 182, 185, and 206 models. The acquisition complements McFarlane's extensive line of PMA airframe parts for these same aircraft and reinforces its commitment to supporting the general aviation community. Norma Knopp, co-owner of Ponk Aviation, states, quote, "It's with great sadness that I announce the recent passing of my husband and partner, Stephen Knopp. He would want our customers, our friends, to continue receiving Ponk parts with the same product support and service they have come to depend on. I'm thrilled to partner with McFarlane Aviation to continue building on the legacy that Ponk has established over the years. Our STCs have a long history of improving performance and reliability for aircraft owners, and working with McFarlane ensures that tradition will continue," end quote. The acquired STCs include PSK 1101, main landing gear kit for Cessna 170, 180, 185, L19, PPA 1201, inboard landing gear attach angle for Cessna 170, 180, 185, PPA 1301 1 and 2, outboard gearbox brackets for Cessna 170, 180, 185, and PPA 1401, rudder elevator hinge bearing for Cessna 180, 182, 185, and 206. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.